Hi, and welcome everyone. I am Israel Sandoval, a Department of Justice accredited representative with Community Action Board of Santa Cruz County, and today we will be doing our presentation of Know Your Rights. This presentation is only made possible through the combined efforts of Catholic Charities Diocese of Monterey, United Farm Workers Foundation, Latin Advocacy Network, Watsonville Law Center, and Community Action Board of Santa Cruz County. On today's agenda, we have your constitutional rights, if you encounter ICE, plan and prepare, public charge, and get professional legal advice.
Hello everyone, this is Yasmin Calvillo. I'm a senior legal service provider with the United Farm Workers Foundation. I am an accredited representative with the Department of Justice, which allows me to provide legal advice. And the United Farm Workers Foundation is a nonprofit organization which was founded by Cesar Chavez in the 1970s, and this is the beginning of a Know Your Rights presentation. We all have certain fundamental rights regardless of our immigration status, and those fundamental rights are embedded in the U.S. Constitution. That means that regardless of our immigration status, we have, these constitutional rights, even though we are not legal permanent residents or even though we are not U.S. citizens. It is important that you know your rights so that you can share those rights with your family members and relatives. But also it is important for you to know how to exercise those rights, especially in moments of panic or fear. The U.S. Constitution, under the Fourth Amendment, protects individuals against unreasonable searches and seizures by the government. This means that the police cannot search or arrest you without warrant or without probable cause to believe that you committed a crime. And this constitutional right applies whether you're in the home, in your car, or whether you're at work. If you scan this QR code at the bottom, you will find different videos with different ways in which ICE can behave, or the manipulation tactics that they can use when they're trying to conduct an arrest or when they're trying to stop you. You're also going to see videos on how to defend yourself if ICE comes to your home or if they approach you on the street or in a public space. The Fifth Amendment protects you against self-incrimination. Under this amendment, you have the right to remain silent. So in the event that you are being detained by a federal agent under ICE or CBP, we would suggest that you remain silent. Do not say something that might incriminate you, because they might use it against you at a removal defense proceeding later on. Also, we have over here under that Sixth Amendment the right to counsel. So under this amendment, you have the right to have an attorney to represent you. In criminal cases, if you cannot pay for an attorney, the government must be able to provide you with a public defender free of cost. However, when it comes to immigration cases, you may need to hire an attorney to represent you in court. So it'll be very important for you to have a referral list of attorneys that you could call, or your families could call in the event that you are being detained or a family member is being detained.
Hi, my name is Erin Denny, and I'm an immigration case specialist at Catholic Charities San Luis Obispo. So if you're approached by ICE or DHS and you're at your home, you do not have to open the door if they knock. You also do not have to answer any questions from any immigration agent if they try to talk to you. You always have the right to remain silent. Also, don't sign anything. You have the right to speak with a lawyer, so please don't sign anything, at least until you have a lawyer with you. If you're not at your home when they approach you, ask you if you're free to leave. Ask them if you're free to leave, and if they say yes, then just calmly leave. Also, it's really important to remain calm as you possibly can during the interaction, and do not resist. Also, all the things I'm reading to you right now are what are on our red cards, or tarjetas rojas, which is just essentially a card you give them that says all these things, that says, I know my rights, I know I don't have to talk to you. Here you go. So if you have these cards available to you, you could just give them to the agent. If you're in your home, you can hold it up to the window, or you can just slide it under the door. This is a sample of a judicial warrant, so if they're looking for someone in particular, they will present this to the door or wherever you are. There's a few things you want to check for on these judicial warrants just to make sure they were filled out correctly. So bottom right, you'll see a signature. You're going to want to make sure that the signature is there and it's signed by a judge. Also, you're going to want to make sure that the date of the warrant did not exceed 14 days. So this is May 9th. So if this was like May 26th, it would exceed 14 days, and you would not have to open the door. And then make sure the address is correct and the name of who they're looking for is correct. So this is just what to do step by step or what to check for if they have a judicial warrant. Again, you're going to want to verify that it's the correct name of the individual they're looking for and that it is signed by a judge. If a person by that name is not currently in the home, vehicle, or work site, just state that to the officer, tell them that they're not here. And then if that person is present, try to send them out rather than allowing ICE agents to enter the home, work site, or search the vehicle. And in the case that you are in deportation proceedings, do not sign anything before speaking to an attorney. You might be able to fight your deportation in certain circumstances and obtain the right to stay in the United States. So you don't want to sign anything that says otherwise. And examples of these ways that you could stay in the U.S. would be in LPR cancellation, non-LPR cancellation, asylum, withholding of removal, and Convention Against Torture. And now we're just going to talk about sanctuary cities and states. So sanctuary cities limit cooperation with federal immigration enforcement to focus on community safety, protect undocumented residents, and prioritize local policing over immigration status. California as a sanctuary state, California's Values Act, effective January 1st, 2018, restricts state and local law enforcement from using state or local resources to aid federal immigration enforcement, except in specific cases involving serious crimes. Sanctuary policies uphold the principle that immigration enforcement is a federal responsibility, separating it from state and local jurisdiction. So this is essentially saying that local police officers are not responsible for enforcing federal laws to deport residents.
What to do if ICE comes to the workplace? For the public areas at the workplace, it does include the parking lot, lobby, or waiting area. ICE can enter public areas at the workplace, but this does not give ICE the authority to stop, question, or arrest just anyone. For the private areas at the workplace, ICE does need your permission or a judicial warrant to enter private areas. To show that some areas of a workplace are private, mark them with a private sign, keep doors closed and locked, and have a policy that the public needs permission to enter these areas. If ICE attempts to enter a private area, you should say, "This is a private area. You need a judicial warrant. Do you have one?" If ICE agents say they have a judicial warrant, ask for a copy and read it. Administrative warrants say Department of Homeland Security and don't allow ICE agents to enter private areas. You should train employees to not allow ICE to enter the workplace, to not interact with ICE, and to direct ICE to a supervisor. To watch agents carefully to keep track of what they do, what they take, or areas they enter. To take videos or photos during ICE action if the employees are willing. And to obtain a copy of the judicial warrant, read it, and take a picture of it if you can. You should report ICE presence And below we have the numbers for Santa Cruz County, Monterey County, San Benito County, and San Luis Obispo County.
Hello, my name is Lizett Rodriguez Peña, and I'm an attorney at my law firm, LRP Attorney of Law. And today I will be sharing information with you about the public charge. The public charge applies for individuals applying for their first time to become a lawful permanent resident. USCIS will consider whether they are likely to become a public charge. What does it mean to be a public charge? It means whether they're likely to depend primarily on the government for support in the future. The public charge only applies if you have recently applied for residency or will do so soon. None of the benefits currently count as public charge, which are Medi-Cal, CalFresh, WIC, school lunches, Section 8, and public housing. Benefits for U.S. citizens or lawful permanent residents in your family do not count as public charge. If you have personal questions about the public charge, please get professional legal consultation from either an attorney or a DOJ accredited representative.
Everybody, my name is Claudia Abasto. I'm the founder and executive director of the Latin Advocacy Network. This is a human rights nonprofit organization. We provide legal immigration services in San Benito and Santa Cruz and Monterey County. And now I will talk a little bit of how important it is to get professional legal advice, continuing with this Know Your Rights class. It's very important that you know that if you want to get legal advice, please look for an attorney, a licensed attorney, or an organization with accredited representatives from the Department of Justice. Keep in mind that notaries and tax preparers, they are not qualified to provide legal immigration services. And sometimes maybe they have a good heart and they want to help, but it is very important that if you do not look for services from a reliable source, it could hurt your case. So we're going to share these links, but here is the information from the California Bar Association. So you can see if you talk with an attorney, you can find if this attorney is licensed in that state. Or if you talk with someone from a nonprofit organization, you can also check which organizations are accredited by the Department of Justice. So please avoid to be a victim of fraud. Unfortunately, now a lot of scams are taking advantage that people is very scared and is desperate to get services. So just keep in mind that please never, ever, ever file a petition with false information. Try not to sign any form in blank. So you need to know what information you're providing to the immigration office. Always ask a copy of your case. And if the advice sounds too good to be true, you can always ask for a second opinion to know if that's really what you should do in your case. Today, I'm going to share some examples of fraud, and they were shared by our clients. So these are like based on, unfortunately, real events. One of our clients, she received a cover letter, kindly with the logo of the USCIS office, saying that this person was got an approval for the enrollment to ask for a green card. There is no process like that. So just keep in mind, if you are applying for your green card and you are in this state, it means that you apply before to another application. So you're adjusting your status. So you cannot apply directly to a green card. So this person received this and was very happy because she thought that she could be able to apply for a green card directly. If you bring this letter to our office, for us, it will be very easy to identify that this is a fraud, because even though it has the logo of the USCIS office, this part with the barcode, normally it has a case number, like a number to identify your petition, and a number to identify you. And here it doesn't have any number. It seems like it's like blurry, probably like a copy from another case. Here you will see that the font is different here, and the second lines, they're not aligned. I mean, there's like really, really very like little details, but if somebody brings this letter, for me, it's very obvious that it's not real. Unfortunately, here the person said that the client could pay $470 directly to the attorney or to the immigration office. And that's not how the system works. This person lost around $10,000, which is very sad, but she was in contact with this person because she received this message via WhatsApp. So she received a message saying like now she can adjust her status, and the client asked, how do you have my phone number? And this person said, oh, it's from the database of immigration. So there is no database that a person will check like who is undocumented and how can I target. So this person was targeted probably via social media, and we don't know exactly how. But the problem is that what they do is like they try to make you, they try to show you something that is outrageously good, and or like it seems like it's too good to be true. So this is not how it works. This is another example, and this is even worse because the person shared a letter, like the person that committed fraud said that they are signing a contract with this person to provide legal immigration services, and the person sent a letter with the Department of State cover letter, but also has a USCIS stamp on the center. It's like very confusing. I mean, when we saw this, immediately we knew that it was a fraud, but the person thought that it was real because it seems like official. Moreover, this scam, he shared an ID, and if you read, the ID says that his title at the immigration office, is degree in immigration law. So that's not how it works in the system. And yeah, it was just to show that he's legal and he provides legal services, but it was just a scam. This person lost, I think this person lost around $6,000 thinking that they will one day get the green card. This is even worse. So the person also via WhatsApp told our client that now he could have his username and the password to enter to the USCIS office and get more information. He even sent a picture of himself with 2 flags. If you check the link, here the link appears as gov.usscis.com. So the official website is uscis.gov. But yes, of course, like if you see the word gov, you think that probably is from the government, but and when you enter, it seems that it has a logo, like a real logo. But then he said that the picture of the client was there, and then he can just track the status of the case, and that's not how the system works. If you want to track a case at the USCIS website, you will just get the last information about the case. I mean, it's still in process, or we sent a receipt notice to your address. Just wait for new information in the future. So it's not that they're going to show you a picture or anything else. So it was clearly a scam. Unfortunately, this person also paid a lot of money, and that money is lost because when she tried to contact this person again, it was impossible. So yeah, I just wanted to talk about that specifically. So here are some of the organizations that participated in this class, but also, be aware that it's very important to always check if the attorney is a licensed attorney, and also check if the organization it's registered at the Department of Justice. Thank you very much.
For more resources, please scan the QR codes below for susderechos.info, Know Your Rights, County of Monterey, and ilrc.org. Thank you.